My dream is a Group 1. I think that's anybody's dream that's in racing.
We can't ignore the July. I'm sure that's everyone's dream.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Hollywood Bet's Gravel for the running of the Vodacom Durban July.
I think it's the pinnacle of South African racing, and we have prestigious races around the country, but for some reason this one just gets under your skin, and I think that it's got such a following and such a fan base, and everyone tries to win it for all the fans as well, and definitely one that I would like to win.
Meryl Crawford says to me, Ashwin, I need to buy a horse for you. And I said, well, Meryl, I said, don't go past 80,000 rand, please.
Veteran trainer Harold Crawford had his heart set on a son of elusive fort and picked out one in the 2019 Klavervlei farm sale catalogue. But when he got to the sale, he didn't like what he saw.
I asked Margot Stein, Piet Stein's daughter, to show me a nice elusive fort, and she said to me, Uncle Harold, come look at this horse. He was put very nicely together, and he had a good walk on him.
Lot 52.
He obviously saw something that the rest of us didn't see, and although a little bit woolly and from farm sale, this horse caught his eye, and he made sure that this was the one that he wanted to come home with.
Going, done. Great horses come off all sales, including this one.
The story goes that when Ashwin first laid eyes on his new racehorse in the Crawford and Ricks training yard in Milnerton, he wasn't impressed. He thought the colt was the scruffiest horse he had ever seen. But Harold Crawford had seen something in the young colt, who was still to be named.
I had a guy that dared me, and he said to me, give the horse's name KOMMEDIEDING. I said, no man, it doesn't sound right. And then afterwards he said, I dare you. And I said, okay, I don't like to be dared. It means bring it on.
You know, when my dad chose this name, myself and my mother just wanted to fall in our back.
If he had told me he was going to name a racehorse KOMMEDIEDING, I would have tried to stop him. So he only told me after it was done.
But Ashwin's scruffy horse started to mature into a smart young racehorse.
We had a feeling early on that there could be something special about this horse.
Looks can be deceiving. I've learned it now. Looks can be deceiving.
KOMMEDIEDING made his debut under Sithle Chele at Kenilworth on the 16th of June 2020.
We are set to go. 1,200 metres, gates are back, off and racing. A bit of an untidy.
Came out quite nicely. I got him in a race a little bit. I left him, but when he went up the hill, he pulled me forward.
KOMMEDIEDING is running a big race in the centre of the course. Tanzanite Queen up on the outside, but it's KOMMEDIEDING going on in the closing stages. KOMMEDIEDING draws off.
He's done everything right at home. He's shown from the word go that he's something special. The first time Sithle rode him, he got off and he said, the last time a horse gave me this feel was Edict de Dance.
He's a smart horse. They're going to enjoy him. They're going to have a lot of fun with him.
If ever there's an owner that deserves it more, it's Ashwin. Saw Walter the yard and couldn't be happier that he's won this race.
And this was just the beginning. KOMMEDIEDING won his first 4 races on the trot.
And sprinting away from that 1,200 metre mark.
Going to the 600, I already knew. When the line kept opening up, he pulled himself through there and he took off.
KOMMEDIEDING.
I've never ridden a horse that actually quick enough how it is, but he's a special horse.
It's KOMMEDIEDING who's flashing home right up that outside running rail, and he's come away from Invincible in the closing stages, and KOMMEDIEDING too strong. KOMMEDIEDING draws away to win it from Invincible. Russian Rock might have just snatched it. It's very tight in a photo with Sashdev. Beats a useful field in some style.
We were always worried it was a 24-week break, but it gave him the time to mature, and that's what he needed. What did they say? Don't rush a good thing.
And it paid off, as in January 2021, when going over a mile for the first time, he won by 3.5 lengths.
And away they go. KOMMEDIEDING was a little bit slow of the mark. He's starting in behind runners, also not that.
When I turned from home, he knew where to go.
They settle for the run to the line.
When you ask him, it's in the middle of stride.
Here comes KOMMEDIEDING.
His beautiful engine, beautiful stride, very special horse.
Now being let loose up the middle and he's starting his forward move. KOMMEDIEDING has swept into the lead. He's travelling well into the closing stages.
When asked the question, he accelerated like a really smart horse.
But KOMMEDIEDING looks like the real deal. He remains undefeated. That was certainly an eye-catching win by KOMMEDIEDING. His first time over the trip, and he certainly does it convincingly.
This horse must give you goosebumps, Ashley.
He's something else.
He's going to make a 3 from 3.
He's one very, very laid-back horse at home. He's a colt. He doesn't know that he's a colt. And I think that's testament to a pure athlete. He knows that he's got a job at hand and he comes out and he does it.
A test came 2 weeks later when he lined up in his first graded race.
We're ready to race in the Politician Stakes, 1800 metres. Gates are back, off and racing, caught them in a perfect line. Up on the outside, Rascallion, but KOMMEDIEDING has now put his head in front in the centre. Up the outside, Legitimate comes a runner. It's KOMMEDIEDING in front. Up the outside, Legitimate. Rascallion is still right there. KOMMEDIEDING is hanging tough. Legitimate doing all he can, but KOMMEDIEDING remains unbeaten.
He's not even in his full ability yet. I believe that he's going to improve with every run.
Politician Stakes has been run and won by a horse that's quickly becoming the favourite down here in the Cape, KOMMEDIEDING.
I won't say it's my horse anymore. It looks like more of the people's horse. Each one that knows about racing, especially in Cape Town, the Cape Flats, supports this horse. I get calls from family and friends that don't even bother with racing. Guess what? They're into racing now.
And the horse with the unusual name was also attracting attention from abroad. Offers came, but Ashwin held on to his dream. All looked set for the Grade 1 Johnson Workwear Cape Derby 3 weeks later. KOMMEDIEDING was favourite. Can he win his first Grade 1?
I would definitely say that our chances on Saturday are very strong for winning his first Grade 1.
But as luck would have it, it was not to be.
He sprinted up on the Thursday before the Derby and he overreached. And that was one of the most frustrating things, is that it was something that was insignificant. We still didn't want to take a chance and let the public down.
News spread quickly. Ashwin's dream was put on hold. And so it was on to KZN for champion season, and KOMMEDIEDING settled in well.
He loves coming back from work and screaming and letting everybody know that he's in KZN for the season. He's a happy horse when his groom is with him, and I think that makes a great difference to a horse's racing career. Other than that, just a straightforward horse that knows what he's here to do. You know, you notice that's a different type of horse, the proper athletes. And we're very excited to see him run up here.
But his first 2 races in the province didn't go his way.
KOMMEDIEDING, and away they go from the 1600 metre marker.
KOMMEDIEDING didn't have a smooth run, being carried out early in the race.
The first turn he took it very awkwardly, and so too Russian Rock. KOMMEDIEDING the extreme outside.
But he ran on well to be beaten just a fraction over 2 lengths at the line.
KOMMEDIEDING, you can draw a line through this run.
4 weeks later, he was back and lined up in the Grade 1 Daily News 2000.
Gate 8, KOMMEDIEDING, GoldCircleRacing. KOMMEDIEDING starts his run, and Linebacker comes to the extreme outside. KOMMEDIEDING's gonna make a race of it. Linebacker and KOMMEDIEDING over the last 100. An eye-popping performance from Linebacker. Rascallion, KOMMEDIEDING, and second base.
Michelle and Harold knew their horse was better than his first 2 runs in KZN, and so it was on to the official Vodacom Durban July gallops.
A very good morning to all. Welcome to Hollywoodbet's Greybull Race Course for our annual Vodacom Durban July gallops. Myself, Sheldon Peters, be taking you through the gallops this morning. Adrenaline starts to pump as we get to this time of the year again.
It's my first time here. I'm just taking everything in, bit by bit. It's lovely to have my first run in the July, the biggest race in South Africa.
KOMMEDIEDING, the Crawford and Rick stable, they have now engaged big race rider Gavin Lerena.
He's really moving well. He's given me a good feel, this horse, and he's in a good frame of mind. He's something special, and I'm looking very forward to riding him.
When the draws came out, he got the extreme outside barrier, 18.
Our minds tell us that draw 18 is never good, but history's proven here at this course in this race that it is a favourable draw.
And it wasn't just the draw. Gavin had to lose 4 kilograms to make the 53 carded.
Obviously, it's not nice not to eat, but I'm enjoying the food that my wife's preparing me, and I'm on track.
Has this been a dream of yours?
Always a dream.
And it wasn't just a dream for ASHWIN, but Michelle as well.
August will mark 2 years since I've taken out my license. To be standing here at a stage where I am and to have our first entry and with a horse that has a chance, it's just incredible. There's no words, it's just a feeling, and what a wonderful feeling it is.
It was something Harold had dreamed about since his early days when training as a jockey.
When you came to the academy, when you slept on a bed there, it must have gone through your mind, the Durban July.
We've hit a good string of 3-year-olds this year and top older horses. But as the saying goes, to be the best, you have to beat the best.
I am definitely nervous.
It is the main event. It's the 2021 Vodacom Durban July, a race that makes dreams come true. Sheldon Peters with the call.
Thanks very much. 125th running of Africa's greatest race. KOMMEDIEDING is ready. 2,200 meters, Vodacom Durban July Grade 1, and they're off and racing from the 2,200 meter marker. KOMMEDIEDING on the outside, Bulgarian.
I was pretty deep. I just wanted to find a rhythm with him. He's a young horse, an immature horse. I didn't want him to get knocked around.
2 lengths, do it again in the yellow. KOMMEDIEDING's around them.
You know, he was so settled the whole way that I was able to make a move at the 800 and just do it again in there.
600 to go. Gavin Lerena had to get down to the weight of 53 kilograms.
I came here today feeling strong. Looking forward to today's ride, and it's just beautiful when a fan comes together.
Homeward bound, 400 to go. KOMMEDIEDING comes home.
You know, when I asked him for the effort in the straights inside the 300, he gave me a real good kick. All credit to him, he ran all the way to the line.
KOMMEDIEDING on the outside, got the green light. Linebackers on the inside. KOMMEDIEDING and linebacker got the green light, a 3-way go. But KOMMEDIEDING has his head in front. KOMMEDIEDING, brilliant stuff. From the second linebacker, got the green light and threw it again. KOMMEDIEDING, full of energy late on. Gavin Lerena brings home the glory.
I was in Cape Town at my house with my family. It was an unbearable feeling of joy.
KOMMEDIEDING, that's his name. Winning's his game. The elusive fought for the Reynolds, the Crawfords, the Rixers. Well done to all concerned. He overcomes the draw. KOMMEDIEDING does it.
ASHWIN Reynolds, go you beauty. Well done, Cape Town, well done.
It was my dream to have a runner on July Day. To have a runner in the main race and to win it. Not in a million years that I think about it. Not in a million years. And I must say, it's a great feeling. I cannot describe it.
This thing blew up the way none of us thought was possible. This horse has been on every radio station.
This is the Morning Review with Lester Kibbert on Cape Talk.
ASHWIN Reynolds, congratulations on your biggest win.
I think it was just the dream, the fairy tale ending, and newspapers and publications just had to pick up on the story.
Okay, guys, look at me. That's it. Yeah, just want a beaming shot.
How's he coping with this newfound stardom?
I think he's enjoying it, but it's a bit of a culture shock for him. I mean, waking up to a phone call and it's a radio station and you live on air. I think it's just been super hectic for him and he's struggling to juggle it all. But yeah, he's the new superstar.
Having come back to the yard and to find all this going on, now I realise what an impact this horse actually has on everybody here in the Cape and around the country.
It is great to see that people of all backgrounds pull together.
I mean, never in our wildest dreams did we think that a racehorse would create such a feeling of pride amongst the community.
It's been overwhelming. That's the only word I can say. The support from the people it's just been overwhelming.
I've never in a million years did I know that people from my mother's age is gonna phone me, or people that went to school with my uncle. All over Cape Town, they've been phoning me and wishing me, and it's been a great feeling. From the bottom of my heart, I thank them and I salute them. Now I've got my Group 1. Now I can tick that off my bucket list. KOMMEDIEDING has made my life totally different.
He changed your life.
In a big way. In a big way he did. Because never in a million years would I think I would have a Vodacom Durban July winner.
None of this could be possible without KOMMEDIEDING.
What does it mean to you, Harold?
A dream come true.
Just follow your dreams. That's all I can say. Follow your dreams.